Here's remnants of it right here. There's a little pile of old nails. Bunch of old nails in the ground up here. Bunch of little bits of hardware. Some wire, all kinds of nails in the middle. summit is right up that little trail. That's a pretty sharp turn that kind of snuck up on me. So I'll leave my bike there and just hike up. It's not very far. Plus, this is pretty rocky too. Well, maybe it's a little bit further than I thought. That is looking out over towards Chelan. Tire on my DRZ. The rear tire is pretty much shot. So it would make this climb a little bit of a challenge. Many years ago, there used to be a fire lookout up here. I don't know for sure when it got decommissioned, but a lot of the taller peaks around Washington had fire lookouts. All over the US, as a matter of fact. And over the years, they just didn't need them anymore. And a bunch of them got decommissioned, some of them got moved, some of them got burned to the ground. Here's remnants of it right here. This one obviously had a rock foundation. There's a corner stake. You can see the chunks of concrete. There's another corner anchor. And that is Lake Chelan out in the distance. That is Manson straight ahead. Further down there to the right, out at the end of the lake is Chelan. Here's a roof anchor. A lot of times they were tied down, not just at the corners, but then the roof had anchors in it, 2 anchor cables. There's a little pile of old nails. Bunch of old nails in the ground up here. Every lookout I've ever come across, the door is always in the front right corner. Bunch of little bits of hardware. Some wire, all kinds of nails in the middle. Another corner anchor. And somewhere I saw, that was something right there, embedded in the rock. Oh, okay, that was just a pile of nails. I thought it was a corner anchor I was going back to look for. I've only been up to the top of this peak. Oh, I think this is probably my 5th time. Once was part of a dual sport event back in, I believe, 1996 or 97. And then a couple years later, I came up here over Columbus Day weekend. I used to work for a school district, and I worked the same schedule as students, so every student holiday or teacher in service day I didn't have to work. So that was a 4-day weekend for students, so I had a 4-day weekend. One of those days, or maybe both of them, were a teacher in service day. During the time I worked for a school district, I would actually rearrange my days. Instead of having Thursday, Friday off, I would work Thursday and get a whole bunch of work done while students weren't in school. Because I'm a computer tech guy, so having access to computer labs and stuff was really nice when school was out. So I'd work Friday and take Monday off. And I did that for a couple years in a row while I was still a school year only employee. And then I can't remember if that was 2001 or 2002, but I'll find some photos of that. That was back before I started doing digital photography. And it turned out to be a crappy day for riding. We actually came up to the top here, and it went back down and then continued out. There's a trail junction we'll go through down here. But coming up here, we came in from the right, which is how I'm going to go down. And there was a steep section. It was like a bobsled track because it had snowed several days prior. And then there was a group of about 8 of us. And then also some of the switchbacks were just a solid sheet of ice. I don't know how any of us kept from crashing on that.